In Japan, a tragic tsunami hit the coast of Japan on March 11th, 2011. Japan Tsunami by Marisa McGovern. The earthquake that hit the water just off the coast of Japan was measured as a 9.0 earthquake on the Richter scale. That is an amazingly powerful quake. The earthquake shook and tore down many houses and buildings. It even cut streets in half. It left a pile of rubble behind it. Some streets were moved because of the plates that moved, so streets were shifted and rubble was left everywhere. The trouble had only just begun. The tsunami was massive. It was measured as 133 feet at the tallest point of the wave. This map shows 3 different measurements and how high the water was when it hit. After the tsunami and 5,000 aftermaths, there were more than 18,000 deaths. An aftermath is a consequence of unpleasant events. Most people who died were killed from drowning or falling things from the earthquakes. Many families were separated and children were left parentless. During the tsunami, the Fukushima power plant had 3 reactors go into a full meltdown. Many of the workers were evacuated and taken to safety from the meltdown, but they still had to face the tsunami. Some of the workers were not as lucky as others. Many died due to the radiation exposure. The tsunami severely affected the way most of these people lived. The total damage was 25 trillion yen, which is 309 billion US dollars. Most of the buildings were torn to shreds and thrown every which way. There are even photos of a giant cruise boat landing on top of a demolished house. The lucky people who were able to survive had to sleep outdoors because the houses were too big of a safety hazard to sleep indoors, and most people were afraid. The tsunami was huge. It was measured to be 133 feet, one of the biggest yet. The wave was caused by an earthquake off the coast of Japan. It devastated many people. Some people were evacuated and taken to safety by evacuation plans. Others had to face the water of the tsunami and possibly lose their lives. There were a total of 5,000 aftermaths or more. Many of the aftermaths included some earthquakes. Even though the water was gone, the aftermaths did a lot of damage as well. The aftershocks from the earthquake lasted around 6 days. People were stuck and scared for anything else to happen. After the tsunami, the land was nearly destroyed. Rubble was everywhere. Many things were flip-flopped and thrown places they were never supposed to be. For example, all this rubble is on this freeway. You can see the before and after picture. Other countries were aware of the things happening to Japan, and some of these people knew what they were going through. Family members that lived outside of Japan sent money to their relatives to help them get back on their feet and get their lives back. As you can tell, the Japan tsunami was a very tragic event. The Japan tsunami was one of the biggest ever. It just shows how one earthquake can change the life of not just you, but thousands around you.